Everyone loves movies. But why doesn't everybody make movies? You could say it's the big budgets. You could say it's trying to find friends to act in your movies. But the simplest reason is it wastes too much time. Unless you want to be bold enough and make a movie in one night. Not 24 hours, one night. Hi, my name is Empyrea. I'm a 24-year-old cinematographer and director living in Sydney, Australia. And this is the Empyrea Pictures YouTube channel, a company that me and my friend Milan started about a year ago where we focus on creating the most visual and cinematic videos for our clients, whether that's music videos, short films, productions, spec ads, or just literally anything that involves a camera. And today we're going to be talking about a personal project I did about 4 months ago called The Last Drink. The Last Drink is a short film that I made in one night. Yes, one night. The reason I decided to make a short film in one night was to test my own cinematic and directing abilities to see how I would perform in the field in one night with my closest friends, so that I know that in the future when I'm on bigger sets, I can come prepared and I have the knowledge, the quick thinking, and the abilities to make the best possible video for my clients. The Last Drink is a short film about my friend Adam who's having a bad day and just can't get away from it. Now, if you're shooting a short film in one night, these are the key factors you have to take in before you even start. Location. Now with the location, we only chose 3 locations: a shop, a car park, and a car. Now, as you guys can see here, this is the shot list and storyboard for the short film. Now, as you can see, everything is in colors, from red, blue, to even pink. And the reason we chose that is because since we were on such a time crunch, we wanted to make sure we were getting the right scenes at all the locations in time so we could speed it up so everyone can go home. So for the very first shot of the day was a sunset shot, and it was my friend Adam essentially getting fired from his job. So for that part of the day, we had to make sure we went there a golden hour, and that's where we were going to start. Our start time was 7:30 to 8:30. That's when golden hour would peak. For the short film, I was with my good friend Milan, Callum, and our friend Adam, who was the actor of the short film. And we were using the Sony a7 IV and the FX3 for nighttime shots with little to no gear. Now, as you guys can see, for the outside location for the sunset, it's only 2 shots. We added a couple more shots because we had more time and when we were feeling a little bit more inspired, but it came out pretty well. It's literally just Adam walking behind the sun, going to his car, getting fired, and closing the trunk. Simple as that. Now, I like filming inside because you can create cinematic shots like this where you have controlled lighting. The problem with shooting outside is you can't control anything. There's gonna be cars driving by. There's gonna be people yelling at you. The sun won't be exactly how you want it to be for the sunset, but you have to work with what you got. So we decided to film everything in the blue area first before we went to the shop. Now, as you guys can see here, everything in the blue is just Adam outside in the element with a couple car shots. Now, as you guys can see, for the car shots, we used this suction cup, and we actually did that at the very end of the night because one, cars are gonna drive by, it's gonna get too crazy. So we decided to hold that to the very end and get all those shots in. I believe it was about 4 shots. And for all of the shots outside with Adam, it's simple. We actually parked the car where our location scouted that day. Pretty funny. We actually parked it in this specific location that I didn't know trains were gonna pass by. And you can actually see when we were filming it, a train passes by, and everyone thought that we planned that. I swear that was not planned, and it just makes it look so much cooler. Once we got all the shots for the outside, it was now time to actually go to the store to start filming inside. So we had a limited time in the store, but I think everyone felt bad because they were so generous. So we actually decided to try and crunch it down to maybe about an hour and a half, an hour. I believe we were in there for about an hour and a half. 20 minutes of that was probably prepping and people walking through. But as you can see here, it's a nice saturated shop. It's really clean, exactly as the shot list, exactly as the storyboard image tells. Just Adam walking down the aisle, turning around and seeing the drink. If you look at the short film, there's a lot of continuity errors, and that's kind of the point, but also not really. Considering we only had one night, we were kind of in a rush just to get all the shots so that everyone can go home. Granted, we still did finish super late, and I'll get into that at the end. Everyone was really impressed with this CTV security camera show we did. And I'm gonna break it down to you guys because it's pretty straightforward in case anybody was interested in doing stuff like that. Now, obviously, I would have personally put it on a tripod so it was super static, but because we were in these kind of conditions of the store, I thought it was best to just get my gimbal, raise it really high, and then just try to hold it as still as possible. And then on a super wide, I believe it was a 10mm lens, I had my boy Adam walk down the aisle, and then in post, I put this like CTV overlay on it, and I chopped up the frames to make it look super choppy. And it came out one of my favorite shots of the whole film, and it was so easy to do. I think the hardest challenge of doing a film in one night is the fact that you can't get permits, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're kind of just on your feet, just trying to have fun, trying to think of new innovative ideas. But the hardest part here was sitting behind the convenience store counter. I think I was awkwardly standing there for maybe half an hour because every time we would do a take, people would come in and buy food. So I felt bad for Milan, Callum, and Adam because I'm just trying to get the shot and get out of there. And they want to get out of there too, but we need the shot. So we're like waiting. People are walking by. I think I have some footage of it when we're trying to get takes. People are just waiting. But eventually, maybe about 25 minutes later, we got the shots and it was time to get out of there. For the car shots, we got a suction cup and we actually just put it on top of the car and we put the gimbal on, and then I used my phone to connect to the gimbal, turn it facing the subject, and we just ran with the subject and tried to keep up with them as they kept up with us. Took about 3 or 4 takes per person and we got the shot, and I love it. I think it's so nice. I did this cool transition with the pose where it would pass a pole and someone would run through it almost so seamlessly and clean. And it came out really well. Shout out to Callum for lending us these FX3 with these awesome night shots. There was a scene, as you can see here, it was shot for. It was actually a shot inspired by the movie Longlegs. Sadly, we had to cut it out because of time. And that's the kind of stuff you expect to do in a film that you're going to make in 24 hours, not even in like 8 hours. Especially a film with such with so much material, considering the fact that it's like 5 minutes long and we're in like multiple locations. Yes, they're all close, but you know, that's the kind of stuff you gotta do when you're in a rush. You know, I mean, everyone's hungry, everyone wants to sleep, but you want to get done, so you gotta get it done. By the time we finished, everyone was so tired, everyone wanted to get home, and actually, I'm gonna reveal the time we finished now. We finished at 4 a.m. in the morning. I understand that's super late. That's not what you would usually do on a conventional shoot. However, this wasn't really a conventional shoot. And that's kind of why I'm making this video. Because I, myself, and a lot of people are on commercial shoots, weekly, monthly. We're doing music videos. We're helping out on short films. We're a collective, we're a family. And the consequences that come of that, honestly, is your time. And I think you need time to do the things that you want to do. And I wanted to essentially convince myself to try and smash this short film out in one night. Yes, we could have done 2 nights. We should have done 2 nights. However, the fact that we did it in one night and it came out the way it came, link in the bio, by the way, is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with it. It's like one of the most proudest things I've done this year or last year. And it was really fun. And it just shows you that, like, yes, we want to make features and we want to make music videos and we want to make short films. And I believe in structure. I love structure. I believe structure is the most important thing in life, especially for films. But sometimes you just have to take it back to when you were a little kid, just with a camera, running around with your friends. So it just comes to shows that if you have the right people, you have the right mindset, and you have the right goals and ambition, you too can make a short film in one night. And who knows? You put it some film festivals, it could bang. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed filming it. It was really fun. This is my new little studio for whenever I do solo videos, or if someone else is here too, or if Milan's doing his own videos. Be sure to keep up with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, every social media platform. Our new website actually just launched a couple of weeks ago. I'll put in a link also. Be brave, be confident, be creative. Go out there, create with your friends, and just have fun, because in life, that's all that matters. See you guys.